contest between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And off we go from SoFi. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Downfield, and he has McConkey. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure we would love for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Ray. I'm coming.
1st and 10, Herbert. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right? Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Baylor Tiger. Set.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Downfield finds Lambert Smith. And next snap's coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the red zone now. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
To the right and pulled in by McConkey. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now. They picked up 9 on that previous play.
Hey, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Hey, ram. Set.
On 3rd and 1, it's Herbert. Thinking touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And maybe worse, Brock, it's going to bring up 4th down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Trying with Hampton. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 2.
I love watching those running backs do their drill, especially in practice where they just keep those legs churning. They keep those legs moving for situations just like that one.
That is an LA touchdown. The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chargers 7, Dolphins nothing.
The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. Devon Achane with the touchdown.
Sure didn't take long for somebody to get this game off and running, pun intended. But there's a lot of rounds left to fight and punches to be thrown. Sure feels good, though, to be the first one to land that haymaker.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's throwing deep to the left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
The right side, caught by Wilson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. The rookie out of Washington making that tackle.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front had to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up. That can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there.
Set. Go. Set.
Now Herbert again. He's got it to his running back. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a 1st on 4th down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete. And they get this down the 10-yard line before going down. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the red zone on 1st. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. He's at midfield. The 30. He's at the 10. And this is going to be a pick 6. He is in for the Miami touchdown. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it. Sanders
connects on the point after. And the Dolphins take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
Chargers 7.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Herbert back to it after the pick. Finds a seam down the middle. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit in that 1st down.
And the Chargers, 1st down.
Go, hey, go, go, go.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Wilson on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. So we're through one. It's a 14-7 game. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Now Herbert to throw. Over the screen to Hampton. That screen snipped out quickly, shut down behind the line.
That's one of those situations as a quarterback, but on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
That's the 1st down, and he's still going. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers can tie it up for the 2nd after coming into the lead. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Chargers tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return starts from the goal line. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cougar 19.
Trying to throw this from the gun. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
2nd down carry for Achan. Fights his way through a tackle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know, kid, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Okay, ready?
Gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Dragon 6, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 79 Broncos.
They'll empty the backfield, motion him right. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ready?
Looking to throw on 3rd. Waddle makes the catch. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get sent.
1st down, Miami.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion. That's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Hold it ready.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Ready? Ready, Lion.
Running with Achan here out of the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, it really break the backs of the defense.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Staying on the ground here with Achan. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap. He can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Ready?
Now 1 second before they call a delay a game. A timeout comes in. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Come on, come on. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Finds his back, Achan. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that being stopped short of the sticks.
We've got a good one so far. We are all tied up, and we have hit our 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. Fourth down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Sanders sends it through, and they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Hey, Kappa. Moment troops right. Crowd right. Baylor Tiger. Hey, Kappa.
Win the rep. Let's go right here.
Ready?
Herbert from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. They're going to be set up with 1st and goal after that INT.
You could feel them, Kate. You could feel the convoy. They were rolling. They thought they might have another one, but unfortunately, another touchdown. But you know what? Not going to stop them from celebrating in another big game-changing play.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Let's go now. Ready.
Achan. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Dolphins grow their lead just before halftime. Devon Achan with a touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game. Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41.
Go. 21. Lion.
Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. Creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
12. Hey, easy. Don't hey, ram. Baylor tight. What is it?
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Ready.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. It's caught by Wilson. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
The Chargers first down.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hey, Cap. Let's go. Go.
It's Herbert once more. Throw caught at the 6. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers make it a one-score game before halftime. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. Nevis with a point after. And the Chargers turn it into a field goal game.
Chargers 21.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achan. He stopped after picking up 9, so they've set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That run may not have got you a first. Sure, nice little run to set the table.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Achan again on 2nd. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. Pickup of 17. And it's going to be first down Miami.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Like the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get it behind the line. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, break.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. That's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
after that prior incompletion. It's third down. They send a man in motion. Third and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And that brings up fourth and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So on fourth down, it's Ryan Wright out to punt it away. This will get grabbed at the 5. And this return's going to leave him with enough time for definitely 2, maybe even 3 plays before halftime.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it.
Go.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Absolutely fires this one right side. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Could make the connection. Was looking for Ladd McConkey. And it sets up second down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off the defense at any time.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And it's going to be stopped right around the 37. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We've set it down from 37.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out.
Well, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
36-yard line.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10. We put a receiver in motion left. To the air now on first and 10. And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? Now, I think there's a good case for that to go either way, but the officials decided he was the more egregious offender, so it's offensive interference.
Okay, ready?
He's going to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
At the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 13, but it brings up
third down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have this this one down to the 37. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that is a Dolphins first down. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
16 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Achane gets this on the draw. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolf. Go.
They're throwing it. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away. That's going to bring up third down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
70, hot 70.
Here he goes, third and long. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. He's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Defense wins this rep. That's stuck at the line, and now they've got third and goal.
This may be one of the only spots in goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
Defense bringing in a fifth DB, third and goal. I'll throw it. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's decision time on fourth and goal. Sanders sends it through. And they've taken back the lead.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this game.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Back to Hampton. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Wilson on the slant. And they get this down to the 28. He finds him 16 yards and a set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Herbert on first down. Flush down out to his left. He's keeping it.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Catch made left side by McConkey. He will not score, but that does set him up front with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
41 yards. That's another Chargers first down. First and goal.
3 quarters in the books from this one. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal.
12. Set. Go.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's over the line and in. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers take a fourth-quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Point after by Revis is good. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead.
Chargers 31. Dolphins 27.
Chargers just about ready. There they go, sending it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball to the 35 to begin this drive. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, first and 10.
Here we go. Cook it, my team. 60-90.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Able to find Achan. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He's going to get this to the opposing 41. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's going to be first down Miami.
And the Dolphins first down.
Let's go.
And stick with Achan. He finds him 6 yards on that first down run.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Oh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Shotgun now on third down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will not score, but he got oh so close, Brock. Out of bounds 4 yards shy of that end zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now and goal to go. Tight end going in motion here. A give to right. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Another chance at it on second and goal, still from the 5.
Ready, go.
He'll look to throw. Here's a screen for H.N. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a fourth-quarter lead. Devon H.N. with the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins push their lead to 3. Sanders all set to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Shotgun give to Hampton. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Looking to his fullback now. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chargers down by only 3. We've set it downs from the 37. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
2nd and 9.
Setting up to pass. Rolling left, buying some time. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll go left side with Hampton. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
It's Hampton on 2nd. He will not score, but that does set him up front with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We might as well Power Ranger.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Got that touch my savior. Give me that touch of my head.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal.
380. Hey, count.
Hampton will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. Now a timeout's called. It's not their last one, though, so they can try another play before setting up for that field goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Need hardly anything here. 2nd and inches.
59, 50.
Trying again with Hampton. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. A timeout now with 5 seconds left on the clock. And they're in position to force overtime here with a field goal. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Set. Home troops right.
Pick him, pick him.
Hey, Ray. What is it?
One final shot here. Headed out right. And he gets to the end zone. There's no time left. That wins them the game. So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.